AI. Let's talk. AI is a revolutionary technology and nobody can deny it. Can't get any consensus on whether it's good or bad, whether it's the end of us all or the dawn of a brave new world. I've heard feedback from very learned people from both sides that it's the greatest threat we face and that it really is overrated. But I have some concerns about AI as it comes to developing children and whatnot. And I'm going to be the first to admit I've used AI to ask questions to get information. And it's very handy. It really is. But it doesn't take the place of critical thinking skills. When you're raising a child and the child is reaching that stage where they develop abstract thought and they start to be able to see the world differently and whatnot, you hopefully are teaching your children to develop critical thinking skills. The ability to evaluate things for themselves and not need everything spoon-fed to them. What worries me is how many people are turning to AI to answer all their questions and do all their work and whatnot. And how many students out there, all their papers are AI, and if you have a question, it doesn't matter if I can do it, I can just go to AI and get the answer. Well, that may be true, but it's robbing you of the ability to figure the answer out yourself. And that's kind of important in this world, to have the ability to figure things out for yourself and have some critical thinking skills and some problem-solving skills and whatnot. And my concern about the younger generation that grows up with AI as a norm, as opposed to this new thing, is that they're not going to get that because they just turn to AI for everything. I will concede AI can be remarkable in what it can do. I know somebody who makes a lot of music through AI that they'd never be able to make otherwise. Heaven knows how many term papers are being written by AI as we speak. But it's robbing us of the ability to do for ourselves. You know, if you drive a car with a reverse camera, you never develop the skills that those of us who drove before those cameras have to like back cars up and maneuver cars around and not need a camera to do it. Technology takes the place of skills we should have, and that's a dangerous thing. AI is a fine tool, but it cannot be the answer to every question. And it can't always be trusted either. AI will lie. There have been research projects where AI has literally invented a research project and cranked out a research paper that's totally baseless. There's a video that was made about an engine thing on cars that AI completely made up. There's no truth to it whatsoever. So, you know, AI is not always a reliable source either. So the point is, as you're growing, you cannot rely on AI for everything. You must develop the ability to think for yourself, solve problems for yourself, work things out for yourself, and not just turn to AI as a solution for everything. Because if you do, you're not going to have the necessary skills to make it in this world. You're just not. And AI doesn't have the answer to everything. So don't use AI as a replacement for the cultivation of your own skills and talents and abilities, because you're doing yourself a disservice that will hurt you for the rest of your life. As always, I appreciate you taking the time, and have a wonderful day.